For a War Memorial by G.K.Chesterton. Suggested inscription probably not selected by the committee. The hucksters haggle in the mart. The cars and carts go by. Senates and schools go droning on, for dead things cannot die. A storm stooped on the place of tombs, with bolts to blast and rive. But these be names of many men, the lightning found alive. If usurers rule and rights decay, and visions view once more great Carthage like a golden shell gape hollow on the shore, still to the last of crumbling time, upon this stone be read, how many men of England died, to prove they were not dead. The Last Invocation by Walt Whitman. At the last, tenderly, from the walls of the powerful fortressed house, from the clasp of the knitted locks, from the keep of the well-closed doors, let me be wafted. Let me glide noiselessly forth, with the key of softness unlock the locks, with a whisper. Set ope the doors, O soul. Tenderly, be not impatient. Strong is your hold, O mortal flesh. Strong is your hold, O love. On Receiving News of the War by Isaac Rosenberg. Snow is a strange white word. No ice or frost has asked of bud or bird for winter's cost. Yet ice and frost and snow from earth to sky this summer land doth know. No man knows why. In all men's hearts it is. Some spirit old hath turned with malign kiss our lives to mould. Red fangs have torn his face. God's blood is shed. He mourns from his lone place his children dead. O ancient crimson curse, corrode, consume, give back this universe its pristine bloom. An Irish Airman Foresees His Death by W.B.Yeats. I know that I shall meet my fate somewhere among the clouds above. Those that I fight, I do not hate. Those that I guard, I do not love. My country is Kiltartan Cross. My countrymen Kiltartan's poor. No likely end could bring them loss, or leave them happier than before. Nor law nor duty bade me fight, nor public men nor cheering crowds. A lonely impulse of delight drove to this tumult in the clouds. I balanced all, brought all to mind. The years to come seemed waste of breath, a waste of breath the years behind, in balance with this life, this death. Ex-Clerk from Epitaphs of War by Rudyard Kipling. Pity not. The army gave freedom to a timid slave. In which freedom did he find strength of body, will, and mind, by which strength he came to prove mirth, companionship, and love. For which love to death he went, in which death he lies content. The Charge of the Light Brigade by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward, all in the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade, charge for the guns, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade. Was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knew. Someone had blundered. Theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why. Theirs but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered. Stormed at with shot and shell, boldly they rode and well. Into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600. Flashed all their sabres bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabring the gunners there, charging an army while all the world wondered. plunged in the battery smoke. Right through the line they broke. Cossack and Russian reeled from the sabre stroke, shattered and sundered. Then they rode back, but not the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon behind them, volleyed and thundered. Stormed at with shot and shell, while horse and hero fell. They that had fought so well came through the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell, all that was left of them, left of 600. When can their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made! All the world wondered. Honour the charge they made. Honour the Light Brigade. Noble 600. Channel Firing by Thomas Hardy. That night your great guns, unawares, shook all our coffins as we lay, and broke the chancel window squares. We thought it was the Judgment Day, and sat upright, while drearisome arose the howl of wakened hounds. The mouse let fall the altar crumb, the worms drew back into the mounds. The glebe cow drooled, till God called, "No, it's gunnery practice out at sea, just as before you went below. The world is as it used to be. All nations striving strong to make red war yet redder. Mad as hatters, they do no more for Christ's sake than you who are helpless in such matters. That this is not the judgment hour for some of them's a blessed thing, for if it were they'd have to scour hell's floor for so much threatening. Ha-ha! It will be warmer when I blow the trumpet, if indeed I ever do, for you are men, and rest eternal sorely need." So down we lay again. "I wonder, will the world ever saner be," said one, "than when he sent us under in our indifferent century?" And many a skeleton shook his head. "Instead of preaching 40 year," my neighbour parson thirdly said, "I wish I had stuck to pipes and beer." Again the guns disturbed the hour, roaring their readiness to avenge, as far inland as Staunton Tower, and Camelot, and starlit Stonehenge. Oh, Come Quickly by Thomas Campion. Never weather-beaten sail more willingly bent to shore, never tired pilgrim's limbs affected slumber more, than my wearied sprite now longs to fly out of my troubled breast. Oh, come quickly, sweetest Lord, and take my soul to rest. Ever blooming are the joys of heaven's high paradise. Cold age deafs not there our ears, nor vapour dims our eyes. Glory there the sun outshines, whose beams the blessed only see. Oh, come quickly, glorious Lord, and raise my sprite to thee. Vitai Lampada by Henry Newbolt. There's a breathless hush in the close tonight, 10 to make and the match to win, a bumping pitch and a blinding light, an hour to play and the last man in. And it's not for the sake of a ribboned coat or the selfish hope of a season's fame, but his captain's hand on his shoulder smote. Play up and play the game. The sand of the desert is sodden red, red with the wreck of a square that broke. The Gatlings jammed and the colonel dead, and the regiment blind with dust and smoke. The river of death has brimmed its banks, and England's far, and honour a name. But the voice of a schoolboy rallies the ranks. Play up and play the game. This is the word that year by year, while in her place the school is set, every one of her sons must hear, and none that hears it dare forget. This they all, with a joyful mind, bear through life like a torch in flame, and falling, fling to the host behind. Play up and play the game. Reconciliation by Walt Whitman. Word over all, beautiful as the sky, beautiful that war and all its deeds of carnage must in time be utterly lost, that the hands of the sisters, death and night, incessantly, softly wash again, and ever again, this soiled world. For my enemy is dead. A man divine as myself is dead. I look where he lies, white-faced and still in the coffin. I draw near, bend down, and touch lightly with my lips the white face in the coffin. If, by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to, broken, and stoop and build 'em up with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings, and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.